So we get this question a lot, what the benefits or what the pros and cons are of investing in multifamily versus single family homes. And my first response always is that there are 1,000 ways to make money in real estate, and I just happen to be pretty good at 3 of them. So just because I don't tend to focus on multifamily and our company doesn't focus on multifamily doesn't mean there isn't a place for multifamily. But here's the argument that I give, or at least the way that I look at the difference. Multifamily, the traditional sentiment is that you get more cash flow for the original investment. And especially when you're talking about smaller multifamily duplexes and fourplexes, that holds true in major metropolitan areas where land is very expensive. I grew up in the San Francisco area, and you paid for every square inch of dirt you bought. In Missouri, land is not that expensive. It's not the predominant cost of real estate. The reason that putting a duplex or a fourplex on a quarter-acre lot in California makes a lot of sense is because you're maximizing the revenue per that original expense of the land. Here in Missouri and Kansas, where land is cheaper, that benefit is not as apparent, not as realized. What you end up with instead is that question of what type of tenant wants to live in a multifamily situation versus a single family situation. And so you're looking at quality of tenant issues. The tenant that wants to be in a single home, a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom single house, is likely to be somebody who is more prone to staying for 2, 3, 4 years at a time. Someone who's staying in a multifamily home typically is doing so to save on money, so they're paying less per unit. And typically that translates to a more transient tenant, someone who's in a stage of life when they're prepared to move in a year or two. That's not always true, but that tends to be my experience there. The other thing that I look at when I look at single family homes versus multifamily is liquidity. A duplex or a fourplex is not as readily sellable if you needed to liquidate a property than a single home is. There just aren't as many buyers for those multifamily properties as there are for single homes. In addition, I look at appreciation rates, and oftentimes, especially in owner-occupied neighborhoods, appreciation rates for single homes are a little higher than they are for multifamily properties. So there's a lot of reasons why multifamily might make sense, and there are a lot of property managers out there who specialize in that. We specialize in the single home market for the reasons that we've outlined.